on from manual sourcing. We're going to take this good lead that we found and look at the other sellers on the listing and see what other products that they're selling, which is just called reverse sourcing. And we're hoping that with knowing that this store has this lead, we're hoping that they have other leads that we might be interested in. What I like to do is I'll look at the reviews. So if they have around 20 to 100 reviews, that's usually indicative that they're an OA seller, an online arbitrage seller. If they're well over 100, usually that means that they have wholesale products and they're selling at a really high clip. So looking through here, well, this is a good comparison here, right? This store has 12 ratings versus this store that has over 15,000 ratings. So more than likely, they're doing the wholesale model, and maybe they're also selling some OA units that they know they can make a high profit on. So 10 ratings. So let's check this person out. 12 ratings. Let's look at their store. So BuyBot Pro again is advantageous with this method as well. Again, their panel pops up and we can tell right from the beginning that Amazon's on the listing. This beats having to go on the listing separately, like clicking on this listing, going down and seeing if Amazon's on the listing. We're able to have a snapshot view right from the very beginning and saves us some time, right? So scrolling down, it looks like they have some Crocs, some Adidas. So, okay, so let's look at this Lego Minecraft Bakery. So we can just hit this G right here, which searches immediately on Google. And what is this? It's selling for $24. All right, so if we go over here, I'm not going to be selling from eBay. Kroger has it for 24. Lego has it for 24. So probably not that profitable, right? So, and if we hover over here, we can see the keep a chart in the bottom right. Amazon's on that listing. Maybe it just got off the listing for a moment of time. That's probably why it's not popping up here as Amazon. So let's look at this one right here, right? So this one we can see from the keep a chart in the bottom right, Amazon is not on this listing. It even shows that's not on this listing. So let's search this on Google. It's selling for $44. What do we got? 44. I don't see a profitable price to purchase from. Let me just search Lego 313. $32 on eBay. It won't work. Kroger has it for $24. Is it the same product? No, it's not the same product. Let's keep looking here. Now, I want to find a product that's selling for much more than $23, preferably on the $40 price range, just because it gives us some room for profit. At $23, we're going to want to try to find it for like half, like $10. The buy cost, typically, you want to look for 50% downgrade from the actual buy box price. So let's see. This is the one we were already on. And I also want to look at the BSR. 213,000 means it's selling pretty slowly as well. So that's also a key data point that we want to take into account. That's kind of it. Looks like all they're selling is toys and games with this low amount of products in their store. So they don't have a lot of products in their store. And, you know, this can get really mundane. It's just kind of a part of sourcing. You want to do this to get your reps in so you get acclimated with the dashboard, Amazon, sourcing in general. Very necessary when you first start. So let's go back to the sellers. So that store wasn't great, right? And again, this is just par for the course, right? So let's check that other, again, these are distributor. Let's check out this person's store here. All right, so they have a little more eclectic store with various products. Looks like they have a lot of apparel and whatnot here. Let's stick to toys and games in the category here. Stick to the category. But you're welcome. Again, you don't want to just stick to one category. You want to check all, because for all we know, they might have a whole bunch of other profitable products in other categories. But just to stay germane to the topic here, we're going to Stay with Google or stay with Legos. Okay. Sold by Amazon. It could be that Amazon is going in and out of this listing, which means Amazon's going out of stock, which means it can be advantageous for us to list when Amazon is out. Yep, Amazon's going in and out, right? So that's probably why sellers are on this listing, because they're selling for a much profitable product or much profitable price than what Amazon is selling for when Amazon is off. 60, in the 60 range. There's Lego, Star Wars. Let's search this. $40. Might have another winner here, but the sell price, the buy box is $75 right now. Is that true? Let's see. Last week. So Amazon is currently on this listing at 45, but we can see that Amazon's off briefly. And when Amazon's off, we're selling it for, still selling for around $60. So I wouldn't say this is profitable unless we found it for much less than $40. So let's go back to their store here. So this one right here, Amazon's not on the listing. 137,000. It's selling pretty slowly. However, it's selling for $64. Let's click it. Double check here. $64.99. We can scroll down. Amazon isn't even on this listing. It's been selling at a pretty stable price for a while, around $40. And then right around here, the sales rank has, it used to be at 60,000 at the beginning of the month, but it's gone higher and higher, maybe because of scarcity of the product and because the price is so high. It's not a price that buyers are interested in buying it at, but $60. So let's search this one. These tabs separate. All right. Walmart. It's like Walmart has it for $30. So $29.98. Let's put $30. So 41% ROI at $13. And it's probably out of stock on Walmart, but you can check stores nearby to see if they are in stock. So this would be another winner. And once you have a lead, once you have one lead, a lot of people are just starting. You might not have a lead to start, and that's what makes things really difficult. Once you find an ASIN that's profitable, especially if it's a replen, like a consumable product, which means that the consumers are going to use it every month. A lot of these things are like, hair products or makeup or beauty products. Those are really good and profitable units, which are also going to be used every month by a customer. So they're more than likely to come back and purchase it again. And once you have those ASINs, right, and it might take you an hour or two to find that ASIN, but once you find that ASIN, and once you have a portfolio of different ASINs, you're profiting every month on that one ASIN, right? That's why even though you spend 1 hour trying to find a product, you have that product now on your list forever, So it is worthwhile to spend a long time finding these products, right? So, excuse me. Let's see if we can find one more here. So this one right here, selling for 30, a little less than 30. Legos has it for $15. It is available. So let's check this one out. Yep, selling for 30. Looks like the price has dropped recently. 24, 25. But the buy box is at $30. So you could sell this for 30 if you send it in, if you had sent it in. So if we put 15, sell them for 30, it'll be close. 39, about 40% ROI. So this one would be a winner as well. Again, we can check the Keepa real quick here. No buy box on this. Looks like it did have a buy box really high earlier in the year. $36, $40, wow. And then sellers jumped on this listing and plummeted the price, which, you know, whenever sellers, there's an inverse relationship between the buy box or just the selling price as it pertains to the number of sellers that are going on the listing. And so right now the buy box is at $30. Here's the buy box. And juxtapose this to a suppressed buy box where we didn't see this, right? So that's a good comparison for you new sellers if you're trying to understand what the buy box is and what it is not. This has a buy box. You can see the buy now and the add to cart call to action buttons are here, which makes it easier for the consumer to just add to cart rather than click these other view other sellers tab that a lot of consumers I think don't know that this exists. When they don't see this buy box price, I think a lot of people think it's just not available, which as a result hurts the BSR because the BSR is indicative of the sales velocity, and if a consumer thinks it's out of stock, obviously it's going to have a negative impact on the sales velocity. But this would be another winner, right? And this is in stock right now at lego.com. So there's 3 little examples of how to manually source and then take that good lead that you found from manually sourcing to reverse sourcing. And I think this way, these 2 methods are an excellent way for a new seller to just come on and learn the ropes of sourcing before you go on to more complex ways of sourcing, which I'll go in the next video, which I like to use, which is Keepa Product Finder. I think you really need to understand how Keepa tells a tale of the price, the seller count, and all those kind of important data points, as well as using the Keepa's other data points like the offer tab, the buy box statistics tab, things of that nature to see how evenly distribution is going with the buy box, to see if there's a seller that's dominating the buy box, just things of that nature. I've seen hundreds of Keepa charts at this point to where I know if it's a good time to buy and list and compete versus times where I don't think it's the best time, right? So this all came with experience. I've been selling for almost 2 years now, so I'm able to look at it and quickly get an idea of what's going on, which all comes with just knowing what's going on through selling and through experience versus a naked eye who just started selling for the first time. But it's not a hard concept to grasp. It just takes reps and trial and error. And after you made a purchase, if it's a bad buy, if it's a good buy, whatever the case, you want to go back and look at the Keepa chart and see where you purchased it and kind of analyze why you did so, right? So, and BuyBot Pro, really helpful. One thing you really want is, as mundane as it gets from sourcing, the things you do want and tools that you want to add to your repertoire are things that makes your time most efficient. And BuyBot Pro does that for me. It makes my time very efficient, and that's why I love using BuyBot Pro. Obviously, it has so much information here. Use the information that you find the most useful. Again, for me personally, it's these dashboard, the alerts tab, details tab, obviously for your calculator, the export tool, export data tool, BSR, and the charts. I just use the Keepa charts and Profit Protector Pro. If you do get the Repricer, very excellent way to just send your minimum and your maximums to the Repricer rather than going on to the Repricer website and uploading it that way. So anyways, that does it for these products. Hopefully you found value in how I source. Remember, these aren't the exact product you should go and buy, especially if people watching this video. If they won't go and buy this product, it might suppress the price anyways. Use this video as a tool on how to source other products and other categories when you're doing your own sourcing.